Hello, lovely trendsters. Good evening once again. This is a video from your boy back with you. In this video, I'm going to talk about what we discussed to learn about this evening. In yesterday's agenda, we talked about 1. How to create a GitHub account. Second thing we talked about was how to create your first website with HTML CSS. The third thing was how to upload or deploy your website on GitHub, and the next thing is how to put your website live for your colleagues to see. Alright, so without much I say, let's get on with the video already. First of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my favorite browser. I'm already on my favorite browser, that is a Chrome browser. I'm going to type GitHub. Okay? I'm going to search it. So now when I search for GitHub, it comes. But for you all who don't know what GitHub is more like a storage place for keeping your codes, where programmers or developers keep their codes to be maintained and managed. Could be, mostly companies do not work with only one developer. They work with a lot of developers, some working on the front end, some working on the back end. So GitHub provides a platform whereby management of these two different development space will not face challenges while they are working together. So what I want you to do first is, as part of our agenda, number 1 is to create a GitHub account. So what you have to do is search github.com and press on GitHub and create an account. I already have an account on GitHub, so I am not going to create a different account. But this is what you are supposed to see when you create your GitHub account. What you are going to see is you're going to see a very beautiful profile of yourself. If only it doesn't show you a profile picture of yourself, you have to set up your own. As you can see here, that's my profile, that's my username, that is my bio. And the next thing is repositories. See repositories. I'm not going to explain too much on GitHub because that is not our main focus. The main focus of today is get our first website up and running. The next thing is to put it live for us. So I'm just going to explain things that got to do with what we have to do. Repositories are more like your projects or your products. So as you can see here, I have 73 products. When you check my GitHub profile, you're not going to see 73. You might see lesser. It's because most of my repositories are private, or most of my projects are private. So the public ones are the only ones that are counted for you to see. And you can see the green indicators here. The green indicators are my contributions. So you can see the whole of last year I've made 7,717 contributions last year. It's very mandatory as a developer to contribute a lot in your GitHub profile, because anytime you are seeking for employment, this is number 1 tool company is going to look up to. Check out your GitHub profile to see how good you are. Okay, going down to some achievement that you up to achieve based on how active you are on GitHub. You are supposed to achieve more. You are supposed to have more achievement. Okay, so you can follow me on GitHub and I'll follow you back. And we have organizations. I will not go deep into that. So first of all, I just want you to get your GitHub account up and running. Good to go. Now, the next thing, what I want you to do next is, I believe by now you all should have your GitHub account. What we are going to do next, let me go to this. Number 2 is build our first. Now, before we build our first website, we need something to be running our code. We need a test editor. We need a compiler. In our case, we are going to use it. There are many compilers, but we are going to use VS Code. What I want you to do is, I want you to go to your GitHub. What I want you to do is, I want you to go to your favorite browser. Type the word VS Code. I'm going to put the link to download this on my Trendshub. So if you go to my Trendshub profile, you're going to see. Just going to do it anytime you want to. Okay, I'm just going to put it. So what I want you to do is, it depends on the OS you're using. Please don't install it on your phone. Use your laptop. Okay. So you can install it if your laptop is running on a Windows OS, you choose the Windows option. If it's using the Linux, you choose the Linux. If it's using Mac, just press on it and it's going to download. Going to be shown here, or if it doesn't, giving you some more options. Thought it was going. Okay, that's it. I already have it, so I'm just going to. So when you are done downloading GitHub on your page, on your system unit, what you are supposed to see is this icon, as you can see. Right? You're going to see this. Blue. I would want you to. What I want you to do is, I want you to, when you open your GitHub by your VS Code at the first time, this is what you're going to. Let me open. So if you open your GitHub for the first time, this is what you're going to see. You're going to see a very nice empty with no folder for us to play along with it. Okay. So now this is what I want us to do. What I want each and every one of you to do is, I want you to go to your home screen like this, and create a new folder. Give it any name that you want to call it. For me, I created one here called code with. I want to delete it, but I'm going to come here and create a new folder. Call it code. Okay, present. Now I have this. What I'm going to do next is, I'm going to open my Visual Studio Code. Now that I have my Visual Studio Code open, I'm going to open it widely. If you're using Windows, you press on the what? The Windows plus left. Going to be shifted to the left. I'm going to add a new. So when I have it like this, what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to take the folder code with Trendshub, drag it inside the VS Code. Now I have the folder inside the VS. You can see here it says code with Trendshub. If you're able to do this, what I want you to do next is, I want us to create our first file. The name of our file is going to be called what? It's going to be called index.html. Going to be called what? Index.html. Why are we using HTML? No, every file has its extension. HTML files, their extension is HTML. Okay. When you want to write JavaScript, you use JS. You want to write CSS, to use what? There are many programming languages and their respective extensions. In our case, we are going to use HTML. Okay. What we are going to do now is, we can write everything from scratch. I mean, write the doc type and then write every code scratch. Like, okay, write every code from scratch. Okay, like this. Can be writing our code from scratch like this. It's good. I mean, it's good to learn it in the hard way. But you know, there's a saying that either you let AI take your job. There's a saying that AI is going to take our job. AI is not necessarily going to take our job. There's somebody that is working smarter that is going to. So this is the basic way. You can type. This is the basic structure of every HTML app platform. Want to give the basic in this. Give it a head. The head. It have a meta tag. Meta tag. Okay. This is the basic way of writing. But we are not going to go with the two basic ways. What we are going to do is, when you are using Windows, I want you to press on the what? The control plus one. Okay. Control plus one. That's what I want you. Let's go. Control plus one. Oh, my bad. It's instead. It's shift instead. Shift plus one. Okay. It's shift plus one. Okay, this is what I want you to do. Are you ready? Shift plus one, press Enter. And the basic structure of HTML. Okay, so this is the head. See, every website has a head. Let me visit a basic one. You can see document. This is the head. This is the head. And every content here is called the body. Every content you are seeing here is the body. Okay. And every website you see online has HTML, CSS in it. HTML, CSS is the basic of every website. Okay. What I want you to do now is we are just going to run our first website to see how it works. Okay. So go back, open the folder where we created. Find the folder and open. When you open the folder, you're going to see the file that we created. That was the index.html. What I want you to do is I want you to click on it. You're going to see an empty website. Okay, an empty website. Empty because we have not done anything. Here I'm coming. What we are going to do is we are going to write our first code. We're going to write the h1 tag. Say hello. We are about to code. Okay, right. Now I have auto saved already. I'm not going to press yes. What I'm going to do, for me to see the changes here, I would have to refresh my screen, see what I wrote. Okay, I have to refresh my screen. I wrote it. But I see that is a whole lot of work. What I want you to do is I want you to press on the button here, look for the extension tab. And when you hover on it, it's going to tell you this is the press on the extension tab and search for the word live server. Live server. Okay, an extension that is going to make our so that's the first one. Press on the live server and install it. I already have it. So now that you have it installed, what I want you to do is open your VS Code on a very large screen and press on what? Go live. Okay, go live. Press on go live and it is automatically going to start for you. Okay, now let me show you the difference between this and this. Now that we have this, when I make any changes here, yes, it's not going to show here. I would have to refresh before I see the change. But with the live server, I just have to write my code and it is changing lively, as you can see. So that is a short difference. Now that we have our live server up and running, we don't need this guy again. Okay, so what we are going to do is we're just going to write our first code. Just going to write our first. Hello, people of Trendshub. Say, are you trending? Are you trending? So this is our first website that we are going to. Okay. Now when I'm done with this, what I'm going to do is I want us to put it on GitHub so that we put it live, we deploy it onto the internet so that when somebody search www.our website's name, they're going to find it. Okay, I would want you to go to your GitHub account if you created it, come down here, go to repositories. I already have it, so I'm going to delete what I have, create a new. I'm going to come here, go to the settings, delete this, how to create. Delete. I have read it. I have to accept. Have it delete. So now what we are going to do is we are going to create our first and ever call on GitHub to store our code. So let's go. I'm going to press on the plus and choose the new repository. Okay, when I choose the new repository, I'm going to give this repository a name. I'm going to call it code with Trendshub. Okay, you can choose to give it a description, but I'm not going to give it. I'm just going to copy the same. And now it's asking me whether I want to make this repository a public one or a private one. In my case, I would want to make it a public repository because I want you guys to access it. Supposing I don't want anybody to see my code, I'm going to make it private and no one without my authentication access. Without much I say, we are going to press create repository. So we wait for some time for our repository to be created and giving us some command to run. Now, before you can be able to run this command successfully, you first of all need to make sure that you have GitHub installed in your system. So what I want you to do is, I know perhaps most of you don't have GitHub installed on your system. Go to your favorite browser and type GitHub install, okay? GitHub install and search for it. Now, when you search for it, find this one, the one with the orange icon, okay? And press on download, okay? When you press on the download, it's going to give you the same option, whether you want to download it on your Windows or your Mac. In my case, it's Windows. Although I have GitHub already installed, but I still want to install. I press on the Windows, then what it does is it automatically installs for me. Okay, it's asking me. Now, it's asking me whether my laptop is a 32-bit or a 64-bit machine. In my case, it is a 64-bit machine. I'm going to choose 64-bit. Okay, you can choose any of the 64-bit. How do you check if yours is 64 or 32? You have to press on your Windows and search for about. Okay, about your PC. When you search for about your PC, it's going to give you all the information you want to know about your PC. Okay, when you search for about your PC, you're going to see that system operation 64-bit. That means mine is 4-bit machine. I can install the system. Then I press on the system. Then it starts installing. I don't need it because I already have it. When it is done installing, you follow the installation of any ordinary application process. Then you install it onto your machine before you can be able to run this command that I'm about to start. Okay, so let's run our command. I'm first going to open our terminal. How do you open your terminal? You press on this menu, press on the file. Nope, it's not in the file. Go down and search, look for new terminal. Press on the new terminal, open it. And now follow me, let's write this command. First of all, we need to write git init. Okay, initialize git into our project. We had git add our local changes to our local git store, and we give it a commit. A commit is more like a comment, what you want to, the specific changes you've done, how you want to remember it. So in our case, we did our first website, okay? And I have to copy this link. So there are types of branch. I will explain it later. Just copy the link. Copy the last but one link, put it there. Finally, write your last command. Git origin main, okay? In press enter. It's going to be saved inside your GitHub store. Now, what I want you to do is refresh your screen from your GitHub. Hola, congratulations, you have your first and ever project on GitHub. Now, we are not ending here. We want to put our website live so that we can share it, so that somebody can search for our website www.something.com. Okay, so we are going to use Netlify because it gives us free opportunity to put our website there for free. Okay, before you put your website on the internet, you need to first of all buy a domain. I'm going to explain first time. I'm going to search for my Netlify. What I want you to do is create a Netlify account. I'm going to put a link to all the rest in at Trendshub, okay? So you can check it out on Trendshub or even our group, our WhatsApp group. So I'm going to open it. It's taking some time, but okay. Let's wait as it comes. All right, it's taking some time, but now we have our website. Now, what I want you to do is you don't have a Netlify account. What I would want you to do is I would want you to create a new Netlify account. Okay, let me show you the steps on how to create. I'm going to come here and type net. Okay, search for it. Wait for it to come. I want to show you how you can get your Netlify account. Taking too much. But on the sign up, you're going to be given an option to choose your GitHub account. Okay, then you use your GitHub to create the account. Okay, all right. So you'll be directed to this page. What I want you to do now is find the add new site button and press on the add new site button. Okay, and it says import an existing project. Start from a template. Deploy manually. What I want us to do is I want us to import an existing project because we're going to link it to our GitHub. Now it's asking, where do you want to import this project from? In our case, it's on where? GitHub. So I'm going to choose. It's going to take some time. It's going to ask me access question. That's nice. Let me finish and I'll. So I'm just going to give it the authorization, right? And now I'm going to search for a product. What did we call it? Code. Named it code with. Okay, that's it. Code with trend. Just going to. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to press on it. It's going to ask me the name I want to give to this. I'm going to call it code app. Okay. Then it's already selected a main branch for me. Push it to the main. I'm not going to change anything. Boy, code with. And our first and ever website is in development. Whilst it's in development progress, let's go and create our get our account. So I come here, I press on sign up for Netlify. Now that I'm going to sign up for Netlify, I'm going to wait. Load. As it's loading, let's check if our website is ready. Okay. Questions. Takes a while, but it's going to come. Okay. Okay, so there's it. What I want you to select is do not create the account with your email. Don't log in if you don't have a login credentials. Just sign it up with your Google account, okay, and follow the steps I. All right. Now our first and ever website is ready. I'm going to press on it, and it's working perfectly fine. Hola, congratulations! If you're able to reach this far, congratulations to you. Now the assignment of the day is anyone that is watching this, anyone that is part of the group, after deploying your website and is live on the internet, please share the link to your personal website, the one that you just created, in the group, and I'm going to review it. Thank you very much. Have a blessed day. Hola, and keep up with the trends. Any discussion, any bug that you are facing is going to be on our platform, Trendshub.live. So if you have a problem, just go to Trendshub.live, post it there, and I'll do well to attend to it. Thank you very much and have a good night.